Hi here, Finns here, I'm back for another video, and Eurovision 2021 may have now come to an end. However, what's now beginning is the discussion of the split results for the Eurovision 2021 semi-final, starting off with semi-final 1. Who did the jury love? Who did the televote love? Who did the jury hate? Which did the televote hate? Let's find out. Let's go through the split results for the semi-final 1 of Eurovision 2021. Let's do it. So let's recap now and discuss the scoreboard of semi-final 1 with the overall scores combined. So let's go through it. So Malta won the semi-final with 325 points, where done Destiny Chicken. Followed by, in second place, was Ukraine with 267 points. And then it was Russia in third with 225 points. Then we go down to Lithuania in fourth with 203 points. Then Israel in fifth place with 192 points. And then we go down the list. Sixth place was Cyprus, 170 points. Then it was Sweden, 142 points. Azerbaijan in 8th with 138 points. Then in 9th was Belgium, 117 points. And then finishing off in 10th, and the final qualifying position was Norway with 115 points. Just getting in there, that final qualifying position. That means the 6 unfortunate non-qualifiers were in fact Croatia, 110 points in 11th, just missing out by 5 points. Very unfortunate there by Albania. And then in 12th was Romania, 85 points. Then we go down to Slovenia in 13th with 44 points. Then we go down even more to Australia, only coming in 14th with 28 points. And then in 15th it was North Macedonia with 23 points. And in 16th and last place, picking up only 20 points, was Ireland. Okay, so let's go through the split results. What the jury wanted and what the televote wanted. So the winner of the jury vote was, of course, Malta with 174 points. I mean, it was obvious. I mean, who else was going to win the jury vote than Destiny Chicken? I mean, really. We kind of knew that she was going to win the jury vote. I mean, it ticked all the boxes for the juries. It had the voice, it had the staging, it had the song, it had Destiny Chicken. And I'm very happy to see Malta also did well with the public vote, with 151 points coming in second, Malta. So you might be thinking like Malta did really well in the televote, and that's good for a small country like Malta, to do so well with the public. I guess, why she got so little from televote points in the grand final, I think probably was down to running order. Running order screwed her in the final. She was on too early to get a lot of televote points coming from a country like Malta. If they put her on later, I think she would have done so much better in the televote. I mean, yeah. But, yeah. Ukraine won the televote, however, with 164 points. Well done, Go A. However, but also, actually, in the jury vote, they placed third with 103 points. And that's also very good, I have to say. Especially for that type of song, which is so not jury friendly. I was really worried that juries were like going to put this last or second to last in the semi-final, because it reminds me of Shapionski from Bulgaria 2013, and that came last in the jury vote. So I was kind of worried that type of song, music experts weren't going to vote for. I was kind of worried that it was going to be quite alienating. But no, they put it further. That's quite incredible for that type of song, I have to say. I think maybe the reason why the juries did actually really vote for this might have been down to the staging. Ukraine really get the staging right. I mean, I gotta give it to them. You know what, with Shum, I have to be honest. Before rehearsals, I didn't really love the song that much. It was actually one of my least favourites of the year, but when I saw the staging, it really went up, and I'm gonna say, Ukraine really get the staging right. They can make some songs that are so, to go like, wow. I mean, they really can elevate with staging. Ukraine usually get it right. They're the last country now with a 100% track record qualifying to the final. So yeah. So well done. So let's now go through the countries that the jury and the televote couldn't agree were going to qualify. So let's start with the jury. The juries wanted Romania and Croatia to qualify instead of Azerbaijan and Norway. Clearly, the juries weren't buying this Tixon Effendi love story. They didn't feel manipulated to give their votes to Azerbaijan and Norway. Norway, I'm not surprised that music experts didn't want that to qualify. They put that 12th with 38 points. However, the public put Norway 8th with 77 points. So it was actually quite close, actually. It wasn't like top 5 of the public. I can see why juries did not, vote for Norway, because the song itself, a little bit on the dated side. But they did, in a way, I am a little surprised they didn't even rank Norway lower, like last in the semi compared to everything else. But maybe, maybe some music experts did like the staging, or, and, give credit to Dix, he did actually take off his glasses to show, he doesn't wear his glasses just to try not to connect to the camera. He has got ticks in his eyes, and I think that was good that he showed that to us. We could understand it a bit more. And good for him. I mean, yeah. And I love what he represents. The song, on the other hand, yeah, I can understand why music experts dragged him down. Azerbaijan, on the other hand, coming 11th with the jury with 47 points, while the public put it 6th with 91 points. Yeah, Azerbaijan. I mean, to be fair, it was just 11th, and it just missed out in the top 10 of the juries. So it wasn't like it was last or second to last, but 11th. Why didn't the music experts like Azerbaijan that much? I think maybe staging. I mean, staging was good. I think also people said, oh, Effendi's stiff, oh, she's wooden, she can't dance. So maybe, I don't know if that came across. But actually, I have to say, she killed it. She did some really good moves. That, I mean, she killed it. She could dance. I mean, who said she was wooden stiff? That early morning TV program. Gone. She killed it on the Eurovision stage. You can't just, see an early morning TV program, see her not moving, and then think that she's going to do the exact same performance on the Eurovision stage. But why do you think music experts did not put her through, or wouldn't have put her through? Some people said the staging looked a little bit empty when the wide-angle camera shots came on, so I don't know, maybe that played a part. And also there were a lot of female bops in the semis, so maybe it just missed out for them. But You know, it deserved to qualify, and it only just came 11th. Romania and Croatia qualifying with the jury. Romania came ninth with the jury with 58 points, but it came 12th with the public with only 27 points. In a way, I was kind of thinking it was going to be the other way around, because when the results came in afterwards, and like people were most sad not to qualify. The two countries that came up, Croatia and Romania, people felt very sad that they didn't qualify. And there was a lot of love for Roxanne, so I'm kind of surprised in a way that Romania didn't qualify with the public in that sense. I guess the Romanian diaspora has now died out. It really has, because they haven't qualified with the televoters in years now. It does feel like, yeah. I guess it did, the whole performance did have its flaws, you know. I think mainly staging didn't help. I don't think the contemporary dancing really worked. Whenever she was moving around, her vocals weren't at her best. The styling could have been better. At least she wasn't in a tracksuit, but even so, her pronunciation could have been better as well. So there were a few flaws to the performance, and it just wasn't a strong enough package, I guess. And I said, and you know what? I didn't, you know, with Amnesia, the song Amnesia, I did get Amnesia before these rehearsals happened, and I have to be honest, I didn't really like the song coming into the rehearsals anyway, and yeah, I mean, I didn't get the appeal. I didn't get the appeal. I mean, yeah, it's unfortunate for Romania's third contest in a row where they failed to qualify. I don't know what's going on in Romania, you know. They used to be so good at Eurovision. They used to have a 100% track record, and I don't know what Romania's going to do next year. I would imagine they're not going to withdraw. I mean, it's going to be in Italy, so I would imagine. Yeah, and I think a lot of Romanian people live in Italy, so and it's quite close to Romania. So, yeah, I just, yeah, it is unfortunate, but now it's interesting. The televoters would have put through Croatia and would have taken out Belgium. Belgium coming 11th with the public with 47 points. However, it was saved by the jury with 70 points coming in 7th place. And I've got to say, I'm happy the juries did save Belgium. I think we needed a classy, quality act like Belgium. And I'm happy they qualified. I think for once, Belgium didn't mess up the staging. And it looked pretty nice. I liked Geika's LED face of her eyes just staring into you. I actually quite like the darky, moody kind of staging. I'm glad the music experts put through. I guess with the televoters, we kind of knew that it was going to be more of a jury song than a televote song. So maybe that was why. I guess it you know, some songs, you know, you need a few more listens to get into it. If you're listening to the first time, well, you know, that is definitely a song for the music experts. And I'm happy Belgium did qualify. And it was nice to see Belgium in the final, considering the Netherlands were hosting their neighbouring countries, and Hooverphonic were a big name to go to Eurovision. And you know what? That song really did grow me. Yeah, of course, the first time I listened to it, I wasn't so into it, but after so many times, I really was rooting for it, and I was really happy it did get through. Now, Croatia was very unfortunate. And it's deeply upsetting what happened to Croatia. Now, with Croatia, they came 10th with the jury with 57 points, and they came 9th with the televote with 53 points. But was very unfortunate. They came overall 11th place overall, because what happened to Croatia is because they were both the jury and the televote were very borderline with Croatia. When you add the scores together and combine every score together, they missed the final out by 5 points. Poor Albania. That's another Eurovision first from 2021. That country has qualified both with the jury and the televote, but overall it comes 11th. That's very unfortunate. I guess it was just very borderline. It's just unfortunate that it would have qualified with both sides, yet it just misses out. That is really unfortunate. Um, yeah, and I've really thought but yeah, before rehearsals I knew Croatia was borderline, but then seeing rehearsals I thought this was really going to go in. But I guess with other female bots, she kind of got cancelled out. It's a shame because that was a really good song, one of Croatia's best. Anything else? I need to talk about what the hell happened to Ireland in this semi-final. This came 15th with the jury with 16 points. This also came 15th with the televote with only 4 points. I don't understand that. I really don't understand that. There was so much love and positivity when this song first came out. How does it come last in the semi? 4 points seems very harsh. I'm surprised that the public put Ireland so low. Only 4 points. I don't get that. I really thought the staging would make the song stand out. There was nothing like it in the semi-final, with the whole... I thought it was really positive, really uplifting. I guess, I think there was some commentary that there was too much on stage. So maybe that's what happened. There was just too much on stage. And maybe Ireland didn't have that many friends voting in the semi. But that's why we have the jury vote. And again, this was a song that I really thought the juries were going to love. I'm surprised they only put Ireland 15th overall, the juries. Because with maps, I would think that would be one of the most radio-friendly songs. They would have given points for the ambitious staging. I thought Leslie's vocals were actually fine on the night, and listening to the jury show, I thought they were fine. And yeah, it was uplifting, had good meaning, good message behind it. I don't get that. I don't know why people slept on Ireland. It had a commercial break before and after the performance. How does it not even come close to qualifying? I really thought this could come second in the semi-final, only be beaten by Malta. I really thought this would be one of Ireland's best results, and it ended up being one of the worst. I don't understand why people slept on Ireland and came last. That's so undeserved. Really, I feel bad though, because Ireland, I know, worked so hard on that. They had so much ambition and had so many good ideas as well. They were so creative on stage, and they had Leslie really pushed for this entry, and I'm really sad. Not only did it not qualify, but it came last in the semi. And also, let's talk also about Australia coming last with the public vote. 2 points. I guess with Australia, Montaigne wasn't in Rotterdam. I guess not being there, you can kind of tell with the televote, not being there really affected the result, because I guess, if you're not there, nobody's going to talk about you. And you know what, I guess when I was watching like rehearsals and clips and everything, I was kind of thinking more about Armenia and Belarus that weren't competing than I was Australia, because she didn't have like the same rehearsal time than any other country. She hardly did any interviews apart from like virtual interviews, but she wasn't in like the press conference or the press centre and doing interviews. She had her press conference 2 days after she would have had her first rehearsal, and only 3 people turned up. I'm like, what was that all about? And she did not appear on the turquoise carpet. I think promotion is very key at Eurovision. You need to promote your song, you need to promote who you are, because you need to get votes, and she didn't really do that much, and I feel bad for Montaigne, It's just, and Australia as well, their first ever non-qualification. It must have been a new feeling this year for Australia not to be in the final. I feel bad for Montaigne because she thought to herself like she wasn't going to qualify. She was going to be Australia's first non-qualifier, and I kind of feel bad for her. I really do because she wanted it so badly, and it's a tough break. But I guess what. It's unfortunate, but what could you do? Australia has to abide by the rules. Travel restrictions. In Australia, very strict, I guess. So it's unfortunate. I don't know how that will affect in 2022. Yeah, and Australia, and also they only came 14th with the jury, 26 points. So not even the jury I voted that through, which kind of surprised me. But I guess they didn't like the song. And also, Technicolor was also a very divisive song as well. So it's unfortunate. I thought their backup performance was actually quite good, although I would have liked to seen a bit more colour, than just a dark background. But I thought what they could do, they made the most of what they could do. Yeah, only 14th in the semi. Oh, I hope this doesn't affect Australia, their first time missing out on a final. Look at Russia, they failed to qualify for the first time in 2018, but in 2019 they sent Sergei Lazarev, and now they're back on track. Same with Azerbaijan, they failed at the same time, and they were back on track the following year. I hope they don't follow in the suit like a Romania and, fail to qualify again and again. Internally select, or just select Dami Im. Or Kylie Minogue. Oh, she wouldn't do it, but Dami Im, it's very possible. Bring her back, they probably need someone that can lift them back up to the scoreboard, after this big hit. They need somebody, that can say Australia is here, wherever we are. Select Dami Im. She wants to go back to Eurovision as well. A lot of people love her. She's got Australia's best result. Bring her back to Eurovision, is my opinion. And maybe with Ireland, I suggest bring Una Healy from Ireland. Internally select Una Healy, or just go back to another national selection for Ireland. Mind you, Leslie Roy was so good, wasn't she? Oh, Leslie Roy. I really thought Maps could have got Ireland's best ever result, but well, not best ever result, but best result in a long time. Oh, that's so surprising. But yeah, Australia needs to select Dami Im again. Ireland needs to select Una Healy, and the UK needs to select either Fleur East or Alexandra Burke. Or by the reaction on Saturday, Amanda Holden or Bill Bailey. Why not? But no. Oh, yeah. And also, let's point out other things very quickly. North Macedonia coming last from the jury vote kind of surprised me, actually. I thought the juries would have voted for that because Vasil's vocals, the staging, elevated the song, but maybe it was too musical theatre for music experts. They did the same to Kobe Marimi in 2019 for Israel. They gave their big fat zeros. So, mind you, it gave 12 points in the jury, and it was ranked high in the televote, 13th, but it got 11 points, so yeah. I'm happy to see Israel do so well, actually. Looking back on the positives now. Israel coming 5th with the public and 4th with the jury. I'm a little bit surprised it did so well with the public. I can see why it did so well with the jury, because that B6 note got a lot of jury vote. But 5th with the public, I'm happy, but I'm surprised in a good way, because I really like the song, and I'm happy for Eden. Maybe the running order helped her. Coming in between Belgium and Romania, it really popped out. And maybe coming before a commercial break also helped. It's good to see Israel do well in the televote, actually, because a lot's been happening in Israel, and I'm glad politics didn't affect Eden, and she got through, and it's very nice to see. Sweden only coming 10th with the public with 51 points, coming 6th with the jury 91 points. This wasn't the strongest year for Sweden. It actually was quite a low result for Sweden. But it kind of proves, you know, at least it's quite refreshing, you know, no Swedish hate after Eurovision, you know. And in a way, it's kind of refreshing. It kind of proves, you know, they're Sweden, but they don't have to be stronger every year, you know. They can still, you know, it's okay not to always be in the top 10, I mean, but it's good to qualify. But, yeah. And also, Lithuania coming third with the public, 137 points, only coming 8th with the jury, 66 points. I guess that was also kind of a more public song than a jury song, but it's nice to see the first song of the semi doing so well with the public. I guess the Lithuanian diaspora really helped. I know it probably got 12 points from Ireland. Russia doing well with the jury, 117 points coming in second and fourth with the televote and 108 points. I'm a little bit surprised in a good way that the juries did put that second, because that was my concern that it wasn't going to be that jury friendly, but it was. I guess maybe once again, like Ukraine, they voted for staging and message of the song. But yeah, I think that's kind of refreshing. Is there any other country I haven't talked about? Cyprus coming 5th with the jury, 7th with the public. You know, they kind of agreed on that. I think they got that one right. Slovenia, I'm surprised didn't come last, I have to say. Mind you, it only picked up 8 points in the public, coming 14th, and it came 13th with the jury with 36 points, so yeah, but I guess they kind of awarded her with her vocals, but yeah, again, it was not enough for Slovenia. Yeah, I think that's all I have to talk about. I've been talking for 26 minutes, so I think that's it. Overall, this was a tough semi to get out of. So maybe you could suggest Ireland coming last. Might have been down because they were just stronger songs in a semi, but even so, I have to say, I don't understand why Ireland came last in the semi. That really bugs me, I have to say, personally. And I also feel bad for Croatia qualifying with both the jury and the televote, yet not getting a qualifying position. Norway got really lucky. Tix got really lucky, squeezing in the final by 5 points. But I have to say, you know, Malta won the semi. We kind of saw it. It's good now seeing that juries, you know, are not penalising divisive songs, and they're rewarding it, which is great in that case. In any case, what did you think of the semi-final one split results Fusion 2021? Comment down below in the comment section below, like and subscribe this video, and I will be back for more content very soon. Until then, goodbye people, goodbye.